online teaching and how we can make our online teaching more effective. So let's start our today's session, which is on the online teaching tools and resources. I'll just start my today's session with this one of the famous quotes, which is given by Professor Charles Darwin. This quote is somewhat, related to the existence and all those things. So let me read out this quote for you all. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent that survive. It is the one that is adaptable to change. Yes, dear all participant, we need to change. So change is the need of the hour, and we have to accept this change as soon as possible. And if we will accept this change, we'll be we'll be having the highest chance of survival in that case. So if we are talking about this online teaching, the world of online teaching, learning, and how to learn all these tools at an ease, with an ease space, so we can do this definitely. Now we'll discuss what exactly is the pedagogical transformation which is there. We all have, we all have undergone through this pedagogical transformation which is there. Earlier, it was the top-down lecturing approach which was followed. The approach which was followed was the teacher-centric approach, and now the things have been changing. And earlier we were following the top-down lecturing approach. The students were very passive. Whatever has been given to us, we passively used to listen. We passively used to do the work which is given by our teachers. But now the things are changing, and the things have changed a lot in terms of the teaching and learning scenario. The students and the teachers, they co-create the learning process. The teachers and the student relation is more interactive these days. They are more collaborative. They are following more collaborative approach, which is totally based on student centric. So that is, we can say in one line that the concept of sage on the stage has been transformed to the guide by the side. Now a teacher is there, which is along with the students, we can make out. So the things are changing. So what exactly, what shift is this? How the things are changing? We'll study all this thing in this particular session today. We'll try to understand how the scenario is changing, and what all tools are available with which we can ease out with this phase of change. We can adapt this change as soon as possible. So this is about the traditional learning. The teacher is there, and the teacher is saying, class, turn this page number 16. You will find a linear equation and we'll solve this. This teacher will start solving the equation, and the students, maybe they would be having some doubt. And this is a traditional mode of teaching learning. But if I talk about the change which is there, these days the changes is, I think everybody can make out, this is OBS. That is OBS, open broadcaster software is there. So probably the teacher is the teacher is in the class, of course, but it is saying that make sure you'll understand it, because I will upload the activity. Suppose the teacher have maybe online or offline, the teacher has given the delivery to the students, and the teacher is saying that I will upload some activity which is there on 7 p.m. and the deadline for submission of the students is 11:59. So that means it's a continuous process. The teachers are giving the stuff online. Maybe they are explaining some of the topics on offline in the class. So they might be adopting the blended approach, and they are asking students to have the submissions online. So this is something related to online teaching. Online teaching is termed as, of course, it is the e-learning, or the learning via electronic mode, via digital mode, wherein you will have different modes of learning. So if I talk about the online mode, online teaching learning, you have two modes of teaching learning. First is the synchronous, and the second is asynchronous mode. We'll quickly go into this particular concept of what is synchronous and what is asynchronous. I think this topic has already been dealt in previous lectures also, but I'll quickly move through this particular topic. The synchronous mode of learning is a learning where the communication happens in real time. If suppose I am delivering my lecture to you all, this particular point of time, this is known as synchronous learning, wherein the students and the teachers, they learn at the same pace. So live webinars, or maybe instant messaging, or maybe video conferencing, virtual classrooms, they all are the examples of synchronous learning, where the communication happens in real time. And apart from that, the possibility of engagement is higher in this particular kind of teaching learning. And of course, since we are communicating in the real time, it is very much possible for you all to clarify your doubts here itself. So we can have two-way communication in synchronous mode of learning. But if I talk about the asynchronous mode of learning, it is a form of learning wherein, suppose a teacher has delivered a lecture online, and maybe as a student, you are viewing that particular lecture on his YouTube channel at your pace, at some other point of time. So that is asynchronous mode of learning. That means the teaching is done at some point of time, and the students are learning at some different point of time. Communication is not live. The communication, definitely it is not live, and it is very convenient for the students, because students can learn the things at their own pace, at their own convenience. So suppose if I'm mailing some content to my students, if I'm writing some blogs, if I'm I have some pre-recorded videos, and if I'm showing it to my students, if I'm sharing it with my students, if I have already recorded some videos on YouTube, and if I'm sharing the link of my pre-recorded videos, that all consist of asynchronous mode of learning. So I think this particular synchronous and asynchronous is clear to everyone. So in this particular today's session, we'll be discussing on the different communication tools, or the different connection tools. We'll be definitely dealing with the interactive teaching tools, because this is the core of today's lecture. What all interactive tools are there to engage your classes better, to engage your learners better in real time? So that is all about the interactive teaching tools. We'll be discussing those tools. We'll be dealing about the collaboration tools, how to collaborate, better, because collaboration is a big thing these days. We need to, if we wanted to do research, if we wanted to go for any, paper publications, or maybe if you wanted to, deliver something extra to your students, you need to collaborate. So that means you need to understand what all are the different online collaboration tools. Apart from that, these days there is a huge chaos in terms of getting your contents plagiarized. So you should be aware of the contents that is that does not have any plagiarism issues. So that ways it is better to design your own contents, it is better to create your own contents. So in this particular sense, you should understand what are the different online content creation tools, what are the different graphic designing tools are there available for your e-content. So that should be there, you should understand that also. Apart from that, once you have delivered your lecture, once you have dealt with the online or maybe blended mode of teaching, you should understand what are the different platforms with which you can assess your students. So you should know the different online assessment tools also. And lastly, we'll be dealing with some of the latest artificial intelligence based tools which are there to assess the teachers. So let's start with the session today. First of all, I'll be moving in a very a systematic flow. First, we'll be dealing with how to connect it with your students. There are different video conferencing platforms available. All these platforms basically allows educators and the students to communicate and to collaborate in real time. You can connect with your students via audios, via videos, via screen sharing. So examples are mostly you people are aware of Google Meet. You people know what is Zoom, what is Microsoft Teams, Jitsi Meet, WebEx, Cisco WebEx is there. Then one more option is there, which is, mostly people are not aware of this particular connection tool, which is big blue button. Big blue button is the on free and open source tool, which is available for having the video conferencing. It has all the features of all Google Meet, which Zoom provide. So that is a free and the open source software which is available to you all. So we can use all these connection tools. Using all these connection tools, you can connect with your students and you can have a better delivery of your lectures, maybe online or maybe at the blended mode. So these are the different connection tools available. Once you're connected with your students, you should understand how to deliver your lectures well, how to give them study material. So next I'll be telling you what are the different teaching tools, or what are the different platforms with which you can make your students learn better, to assess them, to manage their grades and everything. So we'll be discussing about different LMS, that is the learning management system or the learning management softwares available. Basically, these are the platforms that allows the educators to create. First of all, you can create your content using these LMS. Then you can, after creating, you can deliver your content better. Then you can track the progress of your students. You can manage the assessments, and you can manage the grades. All these are the tools. I think most of you are aware of all these tools. Canvas is again the free software which is available. Using Canvas, what you can do is you can create a virtual environment, classroom environment for your students. Within Canvas, you can keep a track of your students. You can manage their attendance. You can deliver the course. You can send them the study material. Then you can assess also using Canvas. Similarly, Google Classroom is there, which is under the Google apps. You will find Google Classrooms. You can manage your classes via Google Classrooms. Then Moodle LMS is there, which is again one of the open source software available, with which you can again create an online or maybe the virtual classroom environment, and you can manage your lessons. Then you have a Blackboard, which is a proprietary software. So I throughout this session, I would be telling you what all are the free tools, what all are the proprietary ones. So these are the the learning management software tools which is available. Apart from that, next we'll talk about the collaboration tools. Once suppose we have connected with our students, we have given them lectures, then we have managed classrooms. Then the next thing comes is to collaborate. These days, what we used to do as in teachers is, what we used to give them certain topics to explore more, or to write certain research papers and all those things. So for all those things, you can have these collaboration tools. These tools can be used to collaborate with the students, or maybe to collaborate with your peer group. So we have all these tools. We have asanas, we have Google, edu Google, which is the bundle of Google apps. Then we have certain mind maps. We can use Trello, we can use Insert Learning, you can use Slack to collaborate better with your peer group, or maybe with your students. Suppose if you wanted to write a research paper, and your students are doing the descriptive part, and you are doing the analytical part, and on a collaborative basis you are writing some research paper. So Google Docs is one of the wonderful tool. Apart from that, you can use asanas or Trello for collaborating and preparing a document together. Similarly, you can collaborate with your peer group if you are preparing certain educational document for your students. On a collaborative basis, you can prepare all these documents using these particular tools. So that is there. Apart from that, There are different, creative engagement and interaction tools with which you can interact with your students. Slido is one of those tools, Padlet is there, Mentimeter is there, Peer Deck is there, WooClap is there, Poplet is there. There are so many tools. If suppose you wanted to have this particular hands-on on any of these tools, please write down in the chat box. I will do the hands-on for you also. I'll tell you how to use Mentimeter or how to use WooClap, all those things. So definitely, please write down in the chat box if you want any hands-on, on this particular or any of these tools. I will be telling you, because in this 1 hour session it would be very difficult to tell about to do the hands on each and every tool. But yes, at the end, if suppose time allow, I will definitely do so. So all these are the creative engagement tools. Using Slido or Padlet or Mentimeter, you can interact with the students on a real time, and you can make your sessions more engaging. Apart from that, there are other interactive tools also. You can use mind maps to interact with the students. You can use No Hands app. No Hands app is a random student selector app. With using this random student selector app, what you can do is you can, while teaching online, you can select your students randomly, and a pop-up will be there with the name of the students, and that ways you can have more attentive class. So you can use No Hands app. Then next is Slido. We have already talked about. The next is Alternative 2. Alternative 2 is one of those apps. I'll just tell you what exactly is Alternative 2. Let me just show you what exactly is Alternative 2. uh, Ma'am, is my Google screen visible to you all? Please confirm.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm just taking you to one of the tools, which is Alternative 2. Suppose this is Alternative 2. I have clicked on this particular Alternative 2, and herein you have a search bar. Suppose I'll just write down here as Google Meet. So suppose Google Meet is there. It is telling me we have 75 alternatives for Google Meet. So we have never imagined that for Google Meet we have 75 different alternatives available. In place of Google Meet, you can use so many of those. Suppose if I wanted to search what are the different alternatives available in place of Google Meet, you can see Jitsi Meet is there, then Zoom is there, then Big Blue Button is there. I've already told you. Then Briefing is there, Cosme is there, then Whereby is there. So you can see all these tools. Apart from that, suppose I wanted to know the alternatives to Slido. I was talking about Slido. Okay. I just clicked here, Slido. This particular app is telling me we have 47 alternatives. Let me just explore what all are the different alternatives available to Slido. Again, the Slido alternative, they are giving AHA Slide is one of those alternatives. Then Mentimeter is there. Then Bcast is there. WooClap is there. Interact is there. Then Clapper is there. These are the different alternatives available. So we can understand if in any case you wanted to find some alternative to one of those apps, you can get so many alternatives to. Suppose I wanted to have the alternatives to Google Slide. Okay, I think you are well versed with what exactly is Google Slide. So if I wanted to have the alternatives for Google Slide, it is giving me alternatives. Prezi is there, Microsoft PowerPoint is there, Sozi is there, Keynote is there, then Storyboarder is there, then LaTeX. So many alternatives are available. It is one of those, I just gave you one app with which you can find out so many alternatives available. and you can make your classes using all these alternatives tools. You can make your classes very interactive. You can find out the sources which are the alternatives of all these tools. So we have discussed what is alternative to. Then let me tell you about the interactive whiteboards. Suppose interactive whiteboards are basically the digital whiteboards that allows the educators to create and share the interactive presentations, lectures and other material. One of my favorites is O app. You can use this AWW, that is O app, that is a whiteboard which is there. Then you can use a Nearpod or Jamboard is there. Then Smart Notebook is there. These are the whiteboards, interactive whiteboards. You can collaborate with your students with using these whiteboards. And similarly, you have different virtual reality VRs or AR tool available. Example is Google Expedition or Nearpod VR is also there. I'll just tell you one of the whiteboards which is available in Microsoft PowerPoint itself. Suppose you are discussing some topics using the PowerPoints, you just have to press W button. I think you're able to see my white screen which is there. Ma'am, are you
Yes,
getting the
ma'am.
white
Yes,
screen?
ma'am.
Okay. So suppose I'm going through my presentation and I wanted to have a whiteboard. So what you have to do is you have to just press W on your, I'll just do it once again. This is my screen. I'll just press W on my screen. I'll have to press W on my screen. This whiteboard would be there. This whiteboard will definitely help to gain attention of your students. Okay. And suppose this is how you can take breaks, and suppose you are teaching via this presentation, and if you wanted to gain the attention of your students, just press W on your screen. A white screen will be there. The students will be like, they'll be surprised to see what exactly is this white screen, why is this white screen is there. And maybe you can ask some questions in this, and that ways you can give them stars, or it's up to you how you can make use of this whiteboard. Apart from that, suppose this is there again, this blue screen, a normal screen is there. If I'll press B on this screen, B stands for black and W stands for white. So again, you will be having a black screen available with you. So this is again a kind of blackboard or maybe whiteboard if you wanted to use. So that's how you can make use of whiteboards or blackboards available in your presentations itself. Let me quickly move to the multimedia tools which you can use to make your teachings more effective. You make use of videos. You can make use of audios, add audios into your e-contents, or maybe make use of audios and videos into your classes to make your classes more effective. You can use animations. We can use text or icons also. Then mind maps could be used. Then images or graphics could be used to make your teaching more effective. Let me just quickly tell you how we can use, if suppose you will say what videos to show. Suppose you don't wanted to show the videos which is available on YouTube, or maybe the videos which are available elsewhere. You wanted to record your own videos and you wanted to share it with your students. So that ways you will be having so many screen recording tools available, with which you can record your own videos and you can share those videos with the students. So all those tools which are there for recording your screen is, you have OBS Studio, you have Google Slides, then you can have Microsoft PowerPoint. The version should be 19 or more to record your videos. Then you can use Cam Studio, Camtasia, or Looms. So using Cam Studio, Camtasia, or Loom, you can create videos but up to 10 minutes. But yes, this is a very good option available to you all, because these days the attention span of students is very less. And you can create small micro learning courses of 5 minutes or 7 minutes or 10 minutes. 5 minutes videos you can produce and you can share it with your students. So that ways you can make your sessions or make use of all these online tools to make your teaching learning more effective. Apart from that, respected all, we have the audio or video editing tools. Suppose what you do is you are recording your own content. Maybe you are recording a podcast. So suppose you are producing a podcast. So for producing podcast, if you wanted to do editing in your audios, so for editing your audios, you have Audacity with you, you have WavePad. You can use any of these tools. These are free or open source tools available. Then if you wanted to edit your videos, for editing your videos, you have VSDC or OpenShot. These are again free open source tools available. Then if you wanted to pay, like these are again the proprietary softwares. I must tell you, that means you'll have to pay, and then you can use the advanced features. The basic version of Filmora Go or Final Cut Pro is, yes, it is available. But if you will, if you wanted to use the advanced features, in that case, you'll have to, pay for these tools. But yes, BSDC or OpenShot, they are the video editing tools, the wonderful tools. I personally use all these tools to make the e-content for the students. So you can use all these tools. Apart from that, as I've already told you, you need to use animations to make your sessions or classes more interactive. So using Powtoon or Plotagon, Flash Animaker, OpenToons, Blender, or Art of Illusion, these are the different online platforms with which using all these tools you can make your animations. And gone are the days when there was a different scope for animation industry. But yes, earlier we used to have a specific course wherein a specific skill was required for the animations and all. But these days these tools are very handy, very easy to use, and you can make effective animations using any of these tools. And I must tell you, Powtoon, Platogan, Animaker, these are the proprietary software. Apart from that, Flash, Art of Illusion, Blender, and OpenToons, these are the free or the open source softwares available. Then many a times I was discussing at the initial point of these slides, I was discussing on uh, creation of your own contents, or creation of the images, or using the images which are not plagiarized. So you should use the images which does not have any plagiarism issue. So that means many a times we faces difficulty from where to get the images which is open, or which is available to on a public platform, or which is CC license images that is there. So that ways these are the different sources with which you can get the images, and that too without any plagiarism. So you can use Why Not Pics, Google search, advanced that is CC license images are available. Then we can use Pixabay, Wikimedia Commons, then Flickr, Pixel, Unsplash, or Shutterstock. All these are the different sources from where you can get images, and that too you don't have to worry about the plagiarism and all these things. So this is all. This was all about the images. And again, mind mapping is a wonderful tool these days. What exactly is mind mapping is if I wanted to deliver a session, or if I wanted to deliver a lecture to my students, so whatever is there in my mind, if I can portray that particular thing on a piece of paper, on a single piece of paper, so that is known as mind mapping. With the use of graphs, with the use of pictures, with the use of arrows or marks, you can deliver the complex topics in the simpler manner. So these are the different mind mapping tools available with you all. You can make use of any of these tools, and you can supplement your teaching using mind mapping tools. Suppose you are you have taught a particular complex topic to your students, and you have made them understand everything. But suppose if you have a mind map available with regarding that particular topic, supplement your teaching with this mind map, and your students can learn better. And at the last moment, suppose your students wanted to revise the topic, using that mind map, they'll be in a better position to review the things, or to understand the complex topic in a simpler manner. So these are the mind mapping tools available. You can use these mind mapping tools and make your classes, or make your sessions more engaging. Then we were discussing about the creation of your own contents, creation of your own graphics, creation of your own pictures, in terms of maybe smart arts, maybe charts or infographics and all these things. So these are the different free and open source graphic designing tools available. Canva is there, Krita is there, Design Wizard, Blender, Dropad, GIMP, MyPaint, Inkscape. Apart from Canva is to some extent it is free, but if you wanted to use the advanced feature, you need to pay. Then you have Krita, which is there, Design Wizard, Blender. All these are the tools which are free and open source available. You can make use of all these tools, and you can make your own graphics, your own infographics. Then we have Google Apps for Education, which is free, available. 15 GB drive is there. Then we can make use of Docs. We can make use of Google Slides to make your presentations more effective. You can make use of Google Sheets to make have a record of your students' attendance, or maybe for budgeting and all. You can make use of Google Forms. Then you can make use of Google Translate to translate your material. Then you can make use of Google Calendars to have a systematic record of all your events, and to make your life more systematic. Then Google Classroom, I've already told you. If you wanted to have a virtual classroom environment, you can use Google Classroom. So this is the Google Apps available with all of us. Then resource for the content. Many a times, we as in teachers faces a lot of difficulty from where to get the content. So first, foremost, with you can get the resources, or you can get the study material from OERs. That is the open educational resources. OERs is a big thing these days. You can make use of OERs. Just if you wanted to study, or if you wanted to browse some topics related to biology, and if you're not getting the content, if you wanted to search, so yes, you can use Google, you can use the AI platforms that is available. But many a times, if suppose you're not getting a good content, if you're asking for, if you're looking for an authentic and a good content, just go to OERs. Go to any of the OER, press OER or the open educational resources onto Google, and you will get many of the resources on these open educational resources available. Then NDL is there, that is National Digital Library. Swayam is there, Swayam Prabha is there, EPG Pathshala is there, that is CEC is there, that is Consortium of Education Communication. Then NCRT, NIOS or IGNU. So all these are the material, or all these are the resources from where you can get the material, that too free of cost. The only thing is you just give a due credit to all these organizations, and you can use their contents. These are the very authentic contents available. Apart from that, if you want your if you wanted to suggest to your students from where to get the study material, you can suggest them. NPTEL is there, eGyan Kosh is there, then Directory of Open Access Journals is there, then Project Gutenberg is there, Open Access Thesis or Dissertation is there, then Science Direct Open Access is there, Shodh Ganga, then Directory of Open Access Books, pdfdrive.com is there, then social networking. Yes, respected all. I must tell you, many a times we are there on the social media platforms, but we don't know how to access them for getting the good contents. So you can use social networking sites, maybe Facebook, you can use Insta, you can use Telegram you can use to get the good contents. Yes, you can get from there also. Then academia.edu, then open textbook. So many platforms are available. So within a span of 1 hour, I can only tell you the names. It's up to you how you can explore, how you can make use of the contents better. Then almost at the end, I must tell you what are the different AI based teaching and learning tools available. I think most of you have heard about Chat GPT. Yes, that is there. Google Bard is there. Then OpenAI is there. That is Chat GPT only. Like the different versions are available. The latest, almost a week back, Gemini AI. So Gemini AI is there, which is a artificial intelligence based tool available to you all, to explore more things. And I can tell you, AI based tools can do wonders to you. And looking forward for all those AI tools, if I talk about, they can create a difference in your teaching learning. The only thing is you should know how to use them effectively. So I'll just tell you 2 or 3 tools with which you can make use of those tools, and you can make your classes more effective, your lectures more engaging. The first tool is audiopen.ai, which is a tool with which audios can be converted into text within fractions of seconds. So that is there. Then Canva Magic Write is there, which is in the Canva, but you can create graphics, you can create presentations using this Canva Magic Write. Then QueryPod is there. QueryPod is if you wanted to develop interactive lessons for your students, you can make use of QueryPod. Then eduaid.ai. Eduaid.ai is again an AI assisted lesson development tools. If you wanted to develop your own lessons or interactive lessons for your students, you can make use of all these tools. One a very good tool, ma'am, please tell me if I have further time, then I'll have a hands-on this particular tool. Otherwise, we can wind up. Ma'am, please let me know if I'll have time or not.
Ma'am, we have time till 8 o'clock, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So I'll just explore this last particular tool, which is www.classroomscreens.com. Suppose if you're there in this particular session with your laptop available, you can also explore this wonderful tool, which is there, www.classroomscreens.com. So I'll just click on this classroomscreens.com. Yes. Once I'll click on this classroomscreens.com, it will redirect me to a particular. Are you able to see a new window which is available? Ma'am, is this
Yes,
window
ma'am.
interface available? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Sure. Thank you so much. So I think everybody is able to see this classroomscreens.com. I'm just, you can log in or you can try it for free. It's up to you. If you log in, it will give a different, interface to you all. I'll just go to try for free. Suppose I'm trying it for free. So here you can get a different screen which is there. I'll just change the background to make it more feasible for you all. You can see background is there, poll is there, randomizer is there, or I'll just yes. Ma'am, are you able to see this particular, which the footer kind of thing, the strip which is there,
Yes, yes,
background, poll, randomizer, QR code, sound level, image, draw, all these are available. I'll just change the background. I'm making it something like this. Since it's a winter season, I'll change the background. So what you can do is you can use this classroomscreens.com into your classes. Some screen will appear. If you want, you can change the background as per your requirement. I'll again change the background so that you will understand it, how you can change the background. I think you're able to see how to change the background. I'll again change it further so that we'll be able to understand the things better. Yes, now we have a different background with which you are able to see this particular rectangle better, which is a strip which consists of so many apps. That is why I wrote there as a bundle of apps available. I'll just click on here and it is there. More options are also available. Apart from this, more options are calendar, dice, embedded, group, mark, then stopwatch is there, webcam is there, video is there, clock is there, timer is there. So many things are available. So I'll just quickly tell you the application of each app. We have understood how to use background. The second is poll. Suppose this is there. So you can see if I have clicked on this poll option, it will tell me just because of I think network. It is okay. Now you can see if you'll click on the poll, you will get multiple choice. You will get similes or true or false. Suppose I'll click here on multiple choice. I'll just click here on multiple choice. What do you think of today's session? Suppose I'll tell wonderful. Good, average, and not good. Okay. Yes. And yes. Any participant, I request all the participant to kindly scan this QR code. Kindly scan this QR code. What we can do is, if you are able to see my screen also, what we can do is using the normal camera option, we can scan this QR code. I'm scanning it. It will show me, once you will scan it, are you able to scan the things? Please tell me in the chat box. I'll just go through the chat box if you're able to. Okay. Yes. I'll share the screen. Please, just wait for a while. Yes, this is available to you all. Are you able to scan it now? If you will scan it, some options will appear. Ma'am, please tell me, are you able to scan this? Because I've already scanned this.
Yes, ma'am. We can
Again,
see what do you think of today's lesson.
Yes. So you can opt for any of the options. I just I just randomly wrote some of the options. You can select any of the options. Yes. Yes. Many of the participants, they have started giving me the responses. You can even see it yourself. 6 people said wonderful. One of the person said good. 7. Now this figure has increased to 7, 8. Ma'am, are you able to see the screen? It is increasing. That means the participants are giving the responses. So similarly, you can use the tool in the class. Suppose you have on the last class you told about the students about the photosynthesis, suppose. So and you in today's class you wrote this particular thing as what are the key components of photosynthesis, and maybe you can write down chlorophyll or water or maybe sunlight and all these things. So that ways your students will answer and you can judge whether they have understood it or not. So you can make out, we got 10 responses with a wonderful, and one response with one person who is saying that the session was good. So that ways you can use the poll. I think, and now I'll close this. How to use the poll, I'll just delete it. Then second, the next option is randomizer. Randomizer is again a very good student selector app with which you can select the name of the students. What you have to do is you have to just click here as randomizer. I'll just, while teaching, suppose you have already, I have, randomly enlisted some of the students, the name of some of the students, and the name up here is Swati. You can ask Swati to answer the things. Again, you will click on the randomizer. Next option up here will Priya, and the Priya will ask the Priya will tell the answer to the next question. Similarly, you can randomize the things again. Rajat will come. So that ways you have to, what you have to do is you have to add the name of your students. You have to go to settings. Okay. Then in the settings, you can see I've already added 21 names. So 21 names are there. You can see Arti, Ashmita, Bhumika, and all these. I've already added the name of the students here just to, show you, just to create a demo before you all. So you all can add the names of the students, and you can have the random student selection within your classes. And that ways your students will be very attentive, and they'll be very, effectively listening to your lectures. Maybe ma'am will or sir will answer. Sir will, click this random student selector app, and my name will appear. So you can use this app. Apart from that, next is QR code. Fine. I'll just enhance the size. You can also increase or decrease the size. I'll just increase the size, and suppose I'll write what, suppose I wanted to tell something. I wanted to tell them kuch likha, and I'll tell this is very important for next exam. Suppose I wrote, I'll not write here as, suppose some topic I wrote, and I said this is very important for next exam, and I have generated a QR code. Okay, I have generated a QR code, and suppose if you want, you can send this QR code also. It is saying copy widget, or maybe you can send also. What you can do is you can ask your students to scan this. Again, what I'll do is I will scan it. You all can scan. I'm just scanning it. You all can also scan this, and you can make out what is written in this, what is written over here. So if you will scan this, it is saying that you will be able to see what your teacher wanted to say using this. You can give a very important information via this scan code, or you can even share some of the links of the videos, and you can share in a QR code, or maybe you can develop a question paper, and just sending this QR code, this question paper will be visible to everyone, and your students will answer the things, and they'll send it to you. So this way you can develop QR code also. This is the sound level of the class. Okay, suppose I have the sound level as 1. So you can increase or decrease the sound level also. Okay. So the sound level is there. So if you want, you can increase the sound level. Yes. So this you can use. Then apart from that, then image is there. This is for the this is open settings. You can upload any image here, or you can drag and drop image. So already suppose images are there, you can directly show it to your students. So that ways you can show images in this particular same app. Then draw is something related to, if you wanted to tell your students something related to 2 x y, or maybe whatever you wanted to write. So this is an annotation app which is available. You can annotate. Then text is also there. You can write anything you want. This is again a whiteboard kind of thing which is there. Then traffic light is again a wonderful option. So what you can do is, you can ask your students that, while delivering the lecture, I am, when red light is there, you're not supposed to speak. When I'll give you the option of this green light, you will have to speak. Then suppose this yellow is there, then you can ask your students to prepare well, and as soon as I'll click on this red light, you can answer. So that ways, this is a wonderful option which I always use in my class, and my students find it very interesting, and they effectively attend the classes. So I think, apart from that, as I already told you, no, apart from that, there are more options. Calendar is there, dice is there. Dice is for the gamification. If you are asking questions, and if you want your, this is, ask the students to throw the dice. 6 is there, then 4 is there. Your students will click, and accordingly, you can create certain games for the students. So that ways, you can make use of dice. Then you can embed the things, you can create group. This is a wonderful, again, if I wanted to create some group. So as I've already added the name of the students in the in the class, I've already shown you. You just have to click on create options. You can see this, this app has already created some groups for me. There is no personal bias involved from my side. So I can create the group, and I can ask my students. Now I have created 4 groups. I'll just increase the size so that you'll be able to see. I have created 4 groups. I did not do anything. This app has done this particular thing for me. I've already added the name of all my students, and this app has grouped them into different groups. And now I can ask my students. I can give them topic group wise, and I can make my classes more effective. Then hyperlink is there. Then so many things are there. You can add even stickers. Suppose your students are doing some good work, give them, positive energy is there. Then super idea is there. It's up to you how you wanted to motivate your students. So I'll just add more stickers for you also. So yes, you are a star. So that ways I have added so many stickers for you also. And same I always used to do in my classes for my students also. And I think it's the time to close this app. And what I'll do is I'll again get back to my presentation, and I'm almost at the verge of concluding my presentation. I've told you what exactly is classroomscreens.com. It is a wonderful app available with which you can make your classes more effective. Then I'll tell you what are the future scope of education. We'll be having more of blended learning. We'll be having more of collaborative teaching learning. I can collaborate it with Delhi University. The people there in Mumbai University can collaborate with me, and we can have a collaborative teaching learning. Then use of multimedia, graphics, GIFs, animations, podcasts, videos would be more. Growth of OERs, that is open educational resources, would be more. 3 A's of learning would be very prominent. That is anyone, anytime, anywhere could learn. MOOCs and meta universities, the concepts of MOOCs has already there, and meta universities, more foreign universities are coming into India, and we'll be having more of the concept of meta universities would be there. Then learner centric education would be there. That is keeping learner into center. We'll be developing the courses, we'll be delivering the delivering them, and we'll be assessing them, keeping the learners into center. So this would be the future scope of education. And I would like to conclude my session with this quote, that start now, start where you are, start with little, start with fear, start with doubt, start and don't stop, start with just what you have. You just need to start. Respected all, thank you so much for your patientful listening. Now the platform is to you all.